Can there be any surer sign of the end times than that whales have ceased to sing? I refer here to the blue whales, our great relatives, and perhaps the largest mammals to ever exist. Their choice of silence seems to me by turns ominous, dignified, and desperate. Even through the 1960s, as we persisted in hunting their species to the brink of extinction, their vocalizations could be heard worldwide, reverberating across the oceans. In grammar school, I read A Whale for the Killing, an account by a Canadian naturalist of an event from his own boyhood on the south coast of Newfoundland. When a whale, Moby Joe, became trapped in a nearby cove, locals first shot at it with rifles from the shore. Later, they maimed it, tortured it, really, with boat propellers and other implements until it died several days later of infected wounds with its unborn calf. This was more than a 9-year-old needed to know and seemed very much like murder, though the tale itself is ancient. Perseus, after all, slew Cetus supposedly so that Andromeda might be spared. I have my doubts now about his quest, and even Jonah, who was probably just hitching an express ride to his destination from a helpful cetacean. I used to think of the 52 Hertz whale as one of the saddest creatures of the world's oceans, out there vocalizing all alone, seemingly, since the 1980s. But the blue whale's pact of silence may be more profound. Will it even be noticed, though, by the ocean's other denizens as the world's seas are increasingly filled with a cacophony of human creation? Silence speaks volumes, of course. We only have to think of China's recent lockdown protesters waving their blank white sheets of paper. The message there, of course, all about what they were not allowed to say. And we're looking here at a piece from a recent exhibition at the Chongqing Museum of Contemporary Art. The artist is foreign, but the subject here in a swirl of whales swimming around her face. What I mean to say is that silence can only speak powerfully when the proper audience is able to hear it. I'm reminded of the regular Tibetan gatherings, protests in Harvard Square. Candlelight and quiet. Dignified, but doomed. And when the Leviathan is quieted, what next?